two to the one, from the one to the three. I like good pussy and I like good trees. Smoke so much weed you wouldn't believe, and I get more.
What is going on, guys? I'm Kid here. Now, today I am going to be doing a story time. So this story takes place 2 years ago in the middle of math. I was taking a math test, and the phone just randomly starts, ringing, and my teacher picks it up, and she's like, "Yo, stop kidding. You need to go up to the office right now." So I'm like, okay, they must just want me to tell me something, right? Like, I don't know, like, I don't know. I just thought they were just going to tell me something. So I go up there, and I think, okay, before I start actually going into the story, I'm going to give nicknames. So the principal is Mrs. Mason, and then the vice principal is Mr. Potato, okay? So I think they called me because her door was open, and, like, when you're walking to the office, she has, like, a door, and then there's the office to the left of her door, and I was walking down the hallway, and I think she called my name, but I didn't say anything, and I didn't really reply. And so I walk in there, I'm like, "Hey, I got called down," and she was like, and the secretary was like, "Oh, okay." And so I wait there for a little bit, and Mrs. Mason comes out, and she's like, "Yeah, we need to see you in my office right now." So I walk in there, right, and when you walk in, you kind of like hang a little right, and then you look straight, and then there's the principal's desk, and Mrs. Mason was sitting there, or was going to sit there. And then to the right, Mr. Potato was just sitting there. I don't know. I think he was just, like, trying to take notes or something. So I'm like, okay, this is weird. I don't know why I'm here. So she kind of starts saying something. And then she pulls up her email, and I'm looking at the TV screen, because there's this big TV screen, like, behind me where the desk is. So she's looking forward at the screen, and I'm looking. I have to turn around to look at the screen, right? So I turn around, and I just see my first and last name on the screen, and then something about YouTube and a link. And I'm like, oh no. And this video is called Triggered Feminist. So we're kind of just, we're just kind of watching it, right? And I start to laugh, because it was funny, because, I don't know, I thought it was pretty funny. Like, there's this one scene, I don't know, you guys have probably seen it, but just in case for you guys that have not seen Triggered Feminist, what a masterpiece, honestly. F in the chat for Triggered Feminist. We need to bring it back, but I can't, unfortunately. There's this one scene where I run out my trash can and I yell, "You just triggered a feminist." Well, my sister, Cucabeluga, decides to throw a whole bunch of pixie dust at me. Like those long little stick things that kind of look like cocaine in them. And she just threw a bunch at me, and I started to laugh at that, and yeah, she wasn't laughing. Neither Mrs. Mason or Mr. Potato wasn't laughing. And I'm like, oh, dang. So we kind of get done with the video, and she's just like, "So, feminist triggered. What does that mean?" I'm just like, I didn't really explain to her what it meant, so I just said, "Oh, it's an internet thing." Mr. Potato decides to speak up and say, "Oh, everything's just an internet thing to you." And then he has the audacity to say, "Yeah, triggered feminist is creeping people out." I'm like, how is it creeping people out? That literally makes no sense. Apparently, I was getting complaints because I was saying you just triggered a feminist. Apparently, that creeps people out, guys. I'm sorry if you are creeped out by this video. It's not my intention, but hey, apparently people get creeped out by triggered feminists, right? Actually, I get creeped out, so it's fine. I completely understand where he's coming from. They are scary. Triggered feminists are scary. And so they keep on asking me stuff like, triggered feminist, what does that mean? Or feminist triggered, and then they kind of they asked me who filmed it, because there's this one scene, and this is actually what got me in trouble, because I filmed at school, and you're not allowed to. I filmed this girl who, kind of called her a little boy, and asked, "Little boy, you just triggered a feminist, right?" And they asked me who filmed it, and I said either Crazy Mining Bros or Reliant Spark 365. I didn't really want to snitch one of them out. That's why I kind of just, said either or. And so I kind of had to... So they just keep on talking. You're like, "Yeah, you're not allowed to do this. You can't film people at this school." And I'm like, okay, completely understand. And then, so they tell me to go outside and, like, just sit in the main area of the office. So I'm sitting there. And I actually almost started to cry because I thought I had to delete my channel for some odd reason. I don't know why, but I thought I did. And so Mr. Potato comes out and he's like, yeah, come in my office. And then he was like, yeah, so you're getting a Saturday detention. You need to delete the video immediately. And I'm like, man, that sucks. Honestly, it wasn't even that bad. I wasn't even sad about Saturday detention. I was more sad that I had to delete the video, but, you know. So we walked to get my phone, and, like, when we're walking back, he asked, oh, has this ever happened before? And I'm just like, yeah, it kind of happened. I decided to make a diss track on one of my friends, and he was just like, oh, okay. And so we get back to his office, and I delete the video. He watched over my shoulder to make sure I deleted it, which sucked, but, you know. And so, yeah, he called my mom, told her I got to get a Saturday detention, and then I went back to Mrs. Mason's office, and she said something about, she said, and I quote, I'm going to be telling, like, Rick about this or something. I don't even remember what his name was. I'm like, who's Rick? Yeah, that's the superintendent. So, superintendent, well, actually, the old superintendent, he's not the superintendent anymore. But he used to know what my YouTube channel was, and this was like the second time I've been in trouble for my YouTube channel. So yeah, so pretty much the whole school district knew about my YouTube channel, which was awesome. My history teacher at the time asked me, "Oh, you still making YouTube videos?" And I'm like, I didn't really say anything. I just kind of walked away. And yeah, that's how my whole school district knew about my YouTube channel. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys when I see you guys in the next video. By the way, I'm sorry about saying so much. I'm kind of just like freestyling this video a little bit. I'm sorry about that. But yeah, goodbye.